From the very start, people, and let's be honest, probably the royal family too, were really hoping that Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle would not just get along, but be the best of friends. And for a while, at least from the outside, it seemed like William and Kate and Harry and Meghan were one big happy royal family. But not everything was as perfect as it looked. So get ready, because we're about to dive into the full timeline of Kate and Meghan's complicated relationship. It all started back in 2017 when Harry and Meghan's relationship was moving fast. William and Kate noticed it too, and they didn't exactly hide their concern. According to royal expert Katie Nicholl, Harry actually confronted William and Kate, feeling like they weren't exactly giving Meghan the warm welcome he hoped for.
I feel really let down.
It got a little tense, and it took Prince Charles stepping in to smooth things over, even leading to the Sussexes spending Christmas with the Cambridges that year. Crisis averted, for the moment. Things shifted again in 2018 after Harry and Meghan's wedding. At first, everything seemed fine. They were even neighbors with William and Kate at Kensington Palace. But behind the scenes, tension was brewing. When Harry and Meghan announced they were moving to Frogmore Cottage, it felt like a clear sign that things weren't so perfect. Officially, their office stayed at Kensington, but insiders said they wanted to carve out their own path, away from William and Kate.
I really didn't expect it at all.
Next up was the infamous bridesmaid dress drama. And yep, Princess Charlotte was one of them. Before Harry and Meghan's wedding, Kate wanted the girls to wear tights, sticking to royal tradition, while Meghan disagreed. It seemed like a small thing, but it reportedly turned into a big argument that left Kate in tears. With no comment from the palace, the story spiraled and made things even worse between them.
Really sad that it's got to this point.
Fast forward to 2019. Meghan and Kate started making more public appearances together, smiling, chatting, like at the Commonwealth Day service in Wimbledon. But if it seemed a little too perfect, that's because it probably was. Experts say these outings were more about calming down media rumors than actually patching things up. Then came 2020, and if you thought things were rocky before, this is when it really fell apart. Harry and Meghan announced they were stepping down as senior royals.
Was the move about getting away from the UK press, because the press is, is everywhere, or was the move because you weren't getting enough support from the firm?
It was both.
Their final joint appearance with William and Kate at Commonwealth Day that March was, well, awkward. Doesn't even begin to cover it. Reports say Kate was heartbroken over everything that had happened.
But do you think you have any responsibility in the breakdown of the relationship?
I'm without question, I'm sure.
In 2021, Meghan gave that bombshell interview with Oprah, shedding new light on the bridesmaid incident. She said it was actually she who ended up in tears, not Kate.
It made me cry, and it really hurt my feelings.
But Kate had apologized and Meghan had forgiven her.
It was a really hard week of the wedding, and she was upset about something, but she owned it, and she apologized, and she brought me flowers and a note apologizing.
Afterward, Kate was reportedly devastated that the issue had been dragged back into the spotlight. By the end of 2022, Harry and Meghan's Netflix documentary and Harry's memoir, Spare, added even more fuel to the fire.
Even when Will and Kate came over, and I had met her for the first time they came over for dinner, I remember I was in ripped jeans and I was barefoot. It's like I was a hugger. I've always been a hugger. I didn't realize that is really jarring for a lot of Brits.
Meghan's story didn't sit well with Kate. Her friend quickly pointed out that Kate is actually a big hugger and naturally warm. So tensions clearly weren't going away anytime soon. And as for today, well, the last time all four were seen together was after Queen Elizabeth's passing in 2022 during a walkabout at Windsor. William invited Harry and Meghan to join him and Kate, offering a rare glimpse of unity. It was a serious, carefully planned event, but even then, some icy moments slipped through. The Fab Four were back together, Harry, Meghan, William, and Kate, but things were clearly tense. Word is, Kate and Meghan didn't speak to each other at all during any of the funeral events. And then there was that walkabout outside Windsor Castle, where they greeted mourners side by side. But here's the awkward part. They didn't even look at each other. Not once. The eye contact avoidance was on another level, and yep, people definitely noticed. But one clip managed to capture Kate giving Meghan what can only be described as a sharp, frosty stare. And it's not just Kate. William doesn't exactly see eye to eye with Meghan and Harry either. According to Harry's own words in Spare, William and Meghan didn't exactly hit it off from day one. Harry recalled the moment in 2016 when he introduced his then-girlfriend to his big brother. Meghan leaned in for a hug. Very normal in the States, right? But William apparently recoiled. Harry tried to laugh it off as a classic collision of cultures, but looking back, he started to wonder if it was something more. Spoiler, it probably was.
This is not a surprise to anybody. It's really sad that it's got to this point.
In fact, according to Tom Quinn's book Yes Ma'am, The Secret Life of Royal Servants, that whole hugging thing kept being an issue. Meghan's warm, physical approach reportedly made William uncomfortable every single time they ran into each other. Staff even started whispering that Meghan might be flirting with William. Of course, there's zero evidence that's true, but you can imagine how rumors like that only added more tension.
It's, hard.
Quinn also claims Meghan's friendly style didn't sit well with other senior royals either. He writes that Kate, William, and even King Charles would flinch when she went in for a hug. Meghan later addressed this in her Netflix docuseries, saying she just didn't expect the formality to go that deep. "I was a hugger," she said. "I didn't realize that is really jarring for a lot of Brits."
I would crave being able to go, "Hi," and like, "My friend, are you here?" And to really be able to hold and touch. And
Harry also shared that William had his doubts about Meghan right from the start. In Spare, he shared that his brother warned him things wouldn't be easy if he dated an American actress. A term William, according to Harry, used in a way that came off more like a put-down than a neutral description.
At the time, it was awkward. I was a bit shocked.
Meghan didn't exactly get a warm welcome from her future sister-in-law either. According to Harry, there was a tense moment between Meghan and Kate back in 2018. Meghan had joked about Kate having baby brain after giving birth, and let's just say, Kate didn't take it well. She demanded an apology, saying, "We're not close enough for you to talk about my hormones." William backed his wife, pointing at Meghan and saying, "It's rude. It's not what's done here in Britain." Ouch. The tension between Meghan and William wasn't just talked about, it was caught on camera, earning it the name Scarfgate. In a resurfaced video, Meghan appears to be chatting with Prince William, but he seems more interested in adjusting his scarf for what feels like an eternity. Some saw it as an intentional cold shoulder, while others thought it was just bad timing. Either way, the awkwardness was off the charts. Things got even more uncomfortable in their Netflix doc when Meghan mocked her first curtsy to the Queen.
Americans will understand this. We have medieval times, dinner and tournament.
Making fun of this seemed disrespectful, especially to the Queen and royal traditions. Even Harry looked super uncomfortable, like he wanted to shrink into the couch. Things have escalated so much over time that now, according to insiders, William might be quietly planning a bit of royal payback against the Sussexes. You probably remember that after Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped back from their senior royal roles in 2020, King Charles did take away their his and her Royal Highness titles. But despite everything, he never stripped them of their Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles. Why? Apparently, he thinks stripping those titles might backfire and damage his already shaky popularity. Well, William doesn't seem to share those same concerns. As one source put it, the royals are absolutely furious that Meghan continues to flaunt the Sussex title for her and Harry's own self-gain.
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box
it's
and
so
loves
funny,
it.
too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now.
And here's where it gets even more dramatic. Rumor has it, once William becomes king, he's almost certain to pull the trigger and strip Harry and Meghan of their Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles if they ever speak out against the royal family again. That's a huge move, especially considering those titles were a wedding gift from the late Queen Elizabeth.
You know, my grandmother has been amazing throughout.
So yeah, with all that tension, it's not too surprising that William may be gearing up to take a more hardline approach than his father ever could. So, what do you think? Will William actually strip Harry and Meghan of their titles when he becomes king? And if he does, do you think they deserve it? Let me know your thoughts.